So a fun aspect of our genetic user interfaces is how they can be tailored to your preferences. So, you can tattoo your skin up the yang. It's, colorable, fill in the blank art that the creativity that people do with tattoos is incredible. So you can draw on your genetic user interface. You can color your hair into so many different colors. I used to do red another time. And you can also swap out parts. So, you know, heart transplants, kidney transplants. My own dad, I wouldn't have known him if it hadn't been for dialysis with the technology of an external machine to clean and do the function of the kidneys. I'm sure there's liver transplants nowadays. There's also technology, heart pacemakers, that is put to help facilitate the functioning of the system. So our man-made technology interfaces with this biotechnology of our genetic user interface. It is a system, and all of that of what we experience in our everyday that we take for granted and don't really think much of is really supporting the perspective that these are systems, these are computers, genetic user interface. I was reading online how they were using genetics for like computer programming, doing some sort of interfacing like aspect with that and using genes or like DNA or something at that level to do processing. So, the technology is there and people are discovering it and playing with it and using it. Not to mention like, nanotechnology and the various aspects of nanobots and whatnot and trying to put that into your body and whatever else that can go to, as well as, nefarious means, thanks to the James Bond movie showing us like that aspect of technology. Science fiction, as we've seen in so many different ways, eventually becomes our everyday reality. There are ideas that people have that then we then do. And somehow people figure out of like, or take the challenge of, oh, how can I make that real? How can I make that experience in this world, in this genetic user interface, in this computer simulated like world that we're in? So some more things to think about of how this is a system and bringing a perspective that I am functioning, I am operating as a user, my genetic user interface. This is how I interface with other people. I can see, touch, um, all these things, these trees, the food at these restaurants, um, and interface with other people and communicate with them. And there's so many different levels of communication, which we will go into in different ways and in all my different resources, whether super cool misrule or in books or perhaps I give a talk somewhere sometime. Um, but yeah, think about it.